guys, welcome back to Too Much Information. I'm Makayla.
And I'm Tina.
And on today's episode, we are so excited to announce our special guest, Zell.
Zell, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me, y'all.
All right, guys, so for today's episode, the three of us are going to be talking about pop culture and everything you can look forward to this summer.
But before we get into our little girl talk, let's discuss some of our favorites of the week. Tina, like always, would you like to go first?
Sure. Currently, I'm obsessing over this song called Waves by Natalie Major. I think that's how you say it. It's just like a really nice upbeat song, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a good song. Makayla, what about you?
So since I'm starting to drive, there's this one song that I really like to listen to at night when I'm driving home from volleyball. It's called Remember That Night by Sarah Kays. It's so good. I 100% recommend it to anyone who's looking for a song kind of like The Night We Met by Lord Huron, I think that's his name. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a 100 out of 100 out of my books. Zell, what about you? What are you currently obsessing over?
Well, I've basically been binging on Disney Plus from Boy Meets World. I watched it when I was little, when they would show it on Nick at Night. And you know what? I just decided, why not binge it all over again? And I'm obsessed with it again. And it's been like 2 weeks and I'm already on the third season. So I should probably take it like slower. But you know, it's whatever. It's probably one of the best shows out there, honestly, though. I love it so much.
Yeah, I agree. I was a huge fan of Girl Meets World, just like the whole like aspect of that. So Boy Meets World is definitely on my list. I'm super excited to get into that. All right, everyone. So today, to kick off this episode, we are going to talk about this week's top hits. Do you guys have the Billboard numbers?
Yeah. Standing at its second week at the number one spot is the Save Your Tears remix by The Weeknd featuring Ariana Grande. At number 2, we have Leave the Door Open with Bruno Mars. And number 3, Peaches by Justin Bieber. Levitating is at number 4, and it's its 31st week on the top 100, by the way, with Dua Lipa and DaBaby. And Kiss Me More by Doja Cat and SZA is number 5.
Okay, so we have Save Your Tears featuring Ariana Grande at number 1. What are our thoughts on this song, guys?
I thought it was like cool that he collabed with Ari because like you don't really see them together, but I kind of like the original better than I did the remix, honestly.
Ooh, why?
Yeah, I mean, I love their collabs. They've only done about like 3, I'm pretty sure, but I just love his new album After Hours in general. It's such a good song, and they're just so great together anyway. So I do like it too. But yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think Ariana Grande's voice is amazing. Like, I have to give her 100% credit for that. But I'm kind of along with you guys. Just, I'm so used to hearing like Save Your Tears on the radio with just The Weeknd that it took some adjusting for it to kick in that Ariana Grande was featuring on it too. But
I tend to like remixes a lot more than because they play with like the beat of the music, and like it was a really nice remix. It's just I'm like not familiar with it because I've only ever heard it like on Spotify. Like in the car, I haven't heard the remix at all, like on the radio. So it's just some adjusting. But it's like the song dropped recently too, and for it to be on the top 100, that's crazy.
No, and I think a lot has to do with that it's The Weeknd and Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
They're amazing together. I love them so much.
I know, me too. It was like a totally unexpected like duo too. Like, I didn't expect it, and I love it. And now the second song I want to say is the one with Bruno Mars. I'm correct. Leave the door open.
Mm-hmm.
What are we?
I like the song, and I did like his performance. I'm pretty sure he did it at the Grammys, right, this year?
Yeah.
I did like that performance. But, you know, like when you hear it more on the radio, it's just been up there for quite some time by now. But I still think it's like a pretty good song.
Yeah.
It was like a nice drop because he hasn't posted music in so long. He just comes out with this. And it was very like his style. Like me and my sister first listened to it when it came out and we were like, this is Bruno Mars. Like this is his style. This is all of it. And it is really good, but it's played every other song. Like it's so overplayed. It gets kind of repetitive and annoying.
Yeah, like I'm surprised it's not number one by how much they play it on the radio.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when we're driving, like every song, it'll be like, I don't know, some like random song and then just leave the door open.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I did
know.
like the Grammys performance though. That was really nice.
His voice is so beautiful too. Like, I mean, it's just like, it's just like, it's hard not to be addicted to like Bruno Mars's voice. Like, I think it's really good and soothing. And
I used to listen to his albums a lot when I was younger, like Grenade and all those songs. I just like play it, and my sister would just jam out and read. I was like 5 too, so
yeah, cute. And now I think I'm correct, but is number 3 Peaches? Oh my gosh. Okay. If you guys don't mind, I want to start this one off. I am a huge Justin Bieber fan. I love the Biebs. He was actually recently in Chicago, and I begged my mom and dad to go find him with me, but they would not let me out of the house. But Peaches, it's kind of like Yummy. It's
interesting.
Yeah, he's definitely had some better songs than I Got My Peaches Out in Georgia. Yeah.
No, it's not my favorite out of the whole album. The music video was also really, really weird.
Oh yeah, I did see that. And they also play the song like all the time on B96. So I hear it at night when I'm playing my radio. I hear it all the time. But I mean, yeah, I probably like other songs that Justin Bieber has made, especially like honestly his old ones and stuff. I'm still like not over Baby Yet. Okay, it's such a good song.
I feel like that kind of happens a lot with like artists, is like when they first start to like peak, their music is really like great, but then as they like 15 years into the industry, they're just like not good anymore.
I will not tolerate Justin Bieber slander. I honestly have to disagree. I think Justin Bieber, not every one of his albums has been like a 10 out of 10, but there's songs on all his albums throughout. Like, it's just amazing how long he's been going, because some people can't maintain like that. But I just guess the world just has Bieber fever. Like, they just can't let him go. But no, there's some of his songs that I'm just like, Bieber, but
come on.
Yeah, no, they definitely, they're interesting, but as long as he's happy, like, I mean, I'm not in the music industry, so I don't know how really that works, like picking songs. And I mean, there could have been a song worse than Peaches that happily didn't make it on the album, so I don't know, but I don't get it. But I don't know. But now this 4th song, Levitating, is like
really been the baby.
Yes.
I love it. Yes. It's so good. It like they play it all the time on the radio, but it's like, it's such a bop. You can dance to it anytime. I love it so much. And like it doesn't get old, honestly, no matter how much they play it for me.
She's so powerful. Like Dua, she's just amazing. And then to collab with the baby, like it's a great song. And it's been on the charts forever.
Yes. Now, I don't know, because this is a remix. So on her like album, when she dropped Future Nostalgia, it was just her through the track. And I have to like say, like, I didn't like it as much. But then you get like Dua Lipa with the baby, and then it's like
it just goes.
Yes. No. And then I just think it's another unexpected duo too. Like, it was one of the weird collaborations that took over the charts.
With her album, like she collabed with with someone from France. I don't know her name, but she collabed with Rosalia too, which is like a Hispanic artist. Like she collabed with so many just like people, and I think that's so smart of her, because she's growing her brand like globally.
Yeah. I mean, now half the music industry is just people that are not even like from the United States, which is like the United States needs to start picking up their game. But I mean, all these people from all over the world are just so talented. And I'm like, thank you. But I don't remember the fifth one.
Kiss Me More by Doja Cat and SZA.
Now this was one of your favorites, Tina. Yeah.
Last episode.
Yeah.
It's just so like, I was listening to it last night. It's just so great. Like it's just so great. I don't know. There's nothing else to say about it.
Both of them together, when you get Doja Cat and SZA, they're both like great artists. Like, and then they put them together and it's so amazing. They sound so amazing together. And I love the music video and everything. I love the vibe of both of them and stuff. And like Doja is like, you know, she's a really big upcoming artist. I think she's still considered one, but like she's only been around or like in the charts for like only a year, but she's like done so much and she's so successful like by now in like such a short amount of time. It's like crazy.
Yeah. I think I've only heard it like one time on the radio, which is crazy, but it's because usually I'm a channel skipper. So if like a song comes on and I'm just like not sure about it, I'll like just skip and hit a different channel. But I think Doja Cat is like very talented and she's like taken over the world, which is crazy. Good for her. It's almost like she's like becoming, I don't like, Ariana Grande is like here and I feel like Doja Cat's like on her way up there, which I really love. And I love hearing her like growth from Say So to now. It's just mind blowing.
She's definitely peaked within this last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's like a lot because of like TikTok, honestly, because like so many of her songs I'd hear in TikTok and I'd be like, oh, I've never heard this song before. And then it's like Doja Cat. And then she's just great.
No, yeah, I agree. Now, okay, so summer is like 2 weeks away, guys, which I cannot be more excited for. And there have been some talks about some major things going on that we all need to look forward to. What are some things that you guys are excited for, like movies, TV shows, TikTok trends? It's not going to be as good as last year, but whatever. What are some things that you guys are looking forward to?
I guess probably like new albums that are coming this summer. I know Olivia Rodrigo is releasing Sour May 21st, I'm pretty sure. I'm so excited for that. Driver's License hits so deep, okay? And Good For You just released and so good. I'm so excited for the album. And then there's other ones like Billie Eilish releasing Happier Than Ever July 30th, and then Lana Del Rey releasing Blue Banisters July 4th. Like all these amazing artists are releasing albums this summer and I just couldn't be more excited for these.
So I kind of want to go back to the Olivia Rodrigo talk. I honestly think she is taking over the music industry. Like she literally is going to be like Taylor Swift to like our like
she's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like Driver's License was amazing. And then she hit it off with Deja Vu like a few months later. And I didn't know Deja Vu like was her song. Like I heard it on TikTok, but I didn't like, I was going through YouTube yesterday and I was like looking and I was like, oh, what's Deja Vu? And then I listened to it and I was like, oh, but then Good For You, she dropped it last night. I think that's the song. Oh my God, it was so cool. She had like I listened to the song 3 times and watched the video. Like it was like part punk, part pop. It was just like, her voice is so great and beautiful.
Yeah, she just like did a performance on Saturday Night Live last night. So that's when I heard Good For You for the first time. And it was so amazing. I'm just blown away by like the different sorts of like styles that she's putting in her music. And like in this whole album, when it comes out, we like don't know what we're going to hear. She has like such a wide range of like doing different types of music. It's so amazing, honestly.
I agree. I feel like with people and sometimes in the music industry, their first album, like all the songs kind of sound the same. Like there's not really like a differentiate, like they don't try to experiment that much because it's their first album. Like what if they like put out a song and it's really bad and like they don't get any fans? But she is like covering, I feel like everything, which I really like and enjoy. And I think that's going to take her like really far in her career.
I like the transition from like Disney Channel to like singing. Because she's like, she was a good actor, but she's so good at singing. And like, we kind of grew up on her with like Bizarre Bark and Stuck in the Middle. And like, my little brother, he's 10, like, they're growing up, like, as you said, she's going to be like the Taylor Swift to us.
Yeah.
Like, she's just, wow.
Yeah. And then, Zell, you said Billie Eilish is releasing her album. Now, I do have to say that I might not have much to say on that just because she's not really my cup of tea. I think she's an amazing artist, but I know you two are big fans. So what is going through your head when you hear that she is releasing an album this summer?
Well, I mean, I'm so excited because we've actually heard a snippet of the song Happier Than Ever before she actually released it to Twitter first. But like, I mean, after seeing her documentary, you know, you just like gain so much more respect for her. And I was gonna see her concert, but like with COVID and everything shutting down, it was like a week away, but then it got canceled. But I mean, I'm just so excited for this new album and the new look. I love her blonde hair. I can't stop talking about it. It's so gorgeous. And Your Power is such a good song. Like, I can't wait for the album. I love it.
She is just amazing. Like, how old is she? She's like 19. And that she started at 15 too, which is crazy because I'm 15 and I'm not releasing music. Like, but she's just like, first off, the blonde, oh my God. Like, it's so good. Like, she rocks it so well. And the fact that it took her so, I think it was 6 months to get the blonde fully there from the green. And like, she wore a wig to the Grammys because her hair was like, whatever, transitioning. But Your Power, amazing. It's just so like, whenever I want to like disconnect from like reality, I put on Billie Eilish and I put headphones in and I turn it up all the way and just like listen, and everything's calm then.
Now, you kind of mentioned Zell on concerts, which is something I wasn't actually going to like bring up, but I was like, why not? Concerts are fun. Since COVID did hit, like concerts can't happen in summer. You think like concerts, like you go on all over the place. So when COVID is over, is there a specific artist that you guys are like, I'm going to their, like, I don't care if my parents say no, like I'm sneaking in and I'm going to see that person?
Khalid for me, like he's one of my favorites. And like COVID, I was gonna go to Lala last year, and there was a really good lineup for Lala, and then COVID hit and like it's canceled, and so that was like, that sucked, but whatever. But I would Khalid, like, first choice always.
I would say Billie Eilish, and well, because I was going to go there, but I really want to see Harry Styles so badly. I want to see him, and also Lady Gaga, because I actually did like Chromatica a lot, and I would just love to see them both. They're both iconic, and I love Harry Styles so much.
Oh, I have a friend who like is like dying to go see Harry Styles, and I'm just like, oh, like that would be awesome. And I like love him. I loved him in One Direction, but I'm more of a Niall Horan fan. I want to see him so bad. My little Irish love. I love him, stan him. My mom even loves him. We were huge Niall Horan dorks when I was little. And then I would also have to say Justin Bieber, number one on my list. I'll sneak in a heartbeat. But yeah, I just hope concerts come back, you know?
Zell, you brought up Lady Gaga. Has she like came out with any music recently?
Last year, I'm pretty sure, was when Chromatica released, and that was with Rain on Me with Ariana Grande. That was like a big hit from it. And what was the song, like I Want Just to Be Loved, something like that. And 911, that was also on the album, so she had a few hits on there, but I just love the album so much. And also like her old hits, they're so good. Okay, they're so iconic and everything. I love it so much.
Rain on Me was my jam. Like it still is. I love that song so much. And I think she performed it at some award show, didn't she? I forget.
Yeah, at the MTV Awards with Furrey. It was so good.
So good.
You brought up concerts earlier. It's like I keep seeing posters on Instagram, but like something with ASAP Rocky. It's like I don't know what the concert's called, but it's like a purple banner. Is that like actually happening?
So I know that the Milwaukee Summer Fest is actually still happening. They are having people, and I think Chance the Rapper is being like a headliner at one of those shows. And I think like ASAP Rocky is
and Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole lineup. And people are like, I want to go so badly. And I'm like,
I'm not 100% sure though, because like Justin Bieber was supposed to be there, then he of course canceled it because of COVID and everything and moved it to next year. But I know that some people are actually still going, and then it's still on. It might end up getting canceled, but so far it's heading straight to that date.
It's so crazy how this pandemic hit. Like my sister we were talking about this at the start of the pandemic, and she was like, because she's a huge music fanatic and she's always going to concerts. She was like, I won't be able to go to a concert till 2022. And like, sad thing is, that's true.
Yeah, I agree. Now you kind of bring up a fun fact. So with COVID, do you guys think, because I have my conspiracy theories on this, that COVID like messed up the music industry in any way?
Okay, kind of. But like, hold on, I need to think. Like a lot of artists weren't dropping any music at the start of the pandemic, which is like kind of weird. Like you have all this time, why aren't you doing anything? Yeah. But like, I don't know, a lot of those artists they're all millionaires, but like they rely on concerts and like seeing people, like their fans and stuff. Like that's a part of, like, teachers miss seeing their students, like artists miss seeing their fans, like just kind of messed in on more of like a personal level, I guess, with the artist. But I don't know.
I guess they would like also a lot of songs are talking about mental health more, because that was a big thing because of the pandemic. And yeah, again, they would love to see their fans in concert. They'd love seeing their fans because it's really because of them that they get to have such a huge platform to be able to do these concerts, you know, and sell thousands of albums and listens and all of that, you know. So I guess they really miss their fans mostly, but yeah.
I think also like because TikTok sprung a lot with the pandemic, so I think that kind of like messed up the music industry, because you'd only be hearing like the 6 songs that are trending on TikTok, and like those 6 songs are making those artists more money than people who aren't on those 6. So that kind of, I think, had an impact.
No, I'm gonna build on that. TikTok, I feel like, has helped some people who should not be singers become singers, and some people who make 15-second videos actors, and giving them a TV show in place of shows that actually deserve to be on Netflix. But what do you guys think about all of it?
I mean, the D'Amelios get their own like reality show on Hulu, don't they? Like
that makes me so mad, because I'm like, okay, why didn't I become a millionaire off of a 15-second video? But like, some of them, I was watching the Hollywood Fix with something. It was Taylor Holden and someone else, and I don't remember, but he went up and he was like, oh, how do you feel about, I wish I remembered his name, how do you feel about him saying he's an influencer? And he was like, no, he's a musician, just like I'm a singer. And I was like, you're not a singer, you can't sing, like, and he can't sing either. What are you guys doing?
I mean, the power of auto-tune, I'm gonna tell you that. I feel like, not saying some of these people are like truly talented, like I know there are some people on TikTok who like are good singers, but Addison Rae.
Okay, that song, like, it's not the worst, but it's so, like, you can tell it's really fake.
Yeah. And then she got to be on like Jimmy Fallon, and like dance around doing TikTok trends on there. I was like, oof. Like it was just kind of hard to watch, honestly.
I don't think like people deserve. Of course, you're considered an influencer when you have 4.5 million followers, but I don't think you should be getting paid as much as you are for like renegading. Like, I think that's so like what was I watching? I was watching something with the D'Amelio sisters, and they get like a security guard, but whoever makes the most videos gets the security guard for the week. Like, I think that's so stupid.
I mean, now knowing what I know now, like at the beginning of quarantine, I would have tried my hardest to get famous on TikTok, because like some of those girls or some of the influencers on there, I feel like are just like blown out way out of proportion than like what they actually deserve to be like given.
And that's like a sprung up conversation, because then they're in the Hollywood Fix, they're in like paparazzi magazines. Like, okay, should you really be going after a 16-year-old girl who renegades that much? Like, okay, she's a dancer, she like that's a different story, but like a lot of the TikTok people are only famous because they're pretty and can dance.
Yeah.
That, have you guys heard the song with Nessa
And Jaden?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like it.
I think, okay, I have like conspiracy theories on like everything TikTok, but I don't know, because the whole like Jaden, Mads, and Nessa drama, like all that happened, and I'm kind of like wondering if it's all just a big like publicity stunt for like Nessa and Jaden to have this song that they created. And then if it is, I feel like that's really sad to like create drama just to like build up someone's like credibility, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I don't know how the music industry works. I don't know if that just gives them more views, but I honestly think that's just like really sad.
I think people go crazy for the numbers. Like, say that is like a publicity thing. Like, why would you want to, like, I hate being involved in drama.
Yeah.
Like, and to be constantly like, just because it gives you an extra 200,000 views, like.
Now,
sorry. But like some of the TikTokers have started like YouTube, and their YouTube channels are really bad.
I'm gonna become a YouTuber, guys. Link in description. No, but I forget which one of you it was, but someone mentioned the Hype House, which I'm not gonna try to get into too much of that, but is coming to Netflix, which is one of the shows that you should totally look forward to summer of 2021. But there are some other shows coming, and one in particular that I think the whole world has been waiting for and is ready for, and that's season 2 of Outer Banks. Are you guys fans? Like, what are you guys looking forward to in this season? Like, what's going on with that?
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't actually watched Outer Banks, and I know that's surprising. And I know season 1 was really good, and everyone was obsessed with it over quarantine. Same with like Tiger King, but at least I watched that. Wasn't that 2020? Was it only that long ago?
Yeah.
Ago, but I know it is good. But you know, I would like to hear what y'all have to say about it, because I want to hear about like what the show is really like, the vibe. I know it's like pretty cool. So
I kind of like the first season, but it also was kind of like so dramatic and so like overboard. Like, come on, you wouldn't like that, wouldn't, like when they're like trying to find whatever his name is, something JB, what's his name?
John B.
John B. And he leaves and goes on the boat, and like, I don't know. Like, I'll watch it, of course, like season 2, but it's not like my main priority. I'm not gonna be like, I need to watch it right away. So,
I watched it 4 times. The first time I watched it, I just watched it because like TikTok made me do it. And like all my friends were like, it's such a good show, like you need to watch it, like be one of us, like join in on the trend. So then I watched it and I came in with that mentality and I was just kind of like, this isn't as good as everyone's making it seem. Cause I'm like, so then I thought one of the actors were cute. Rudy, the person he plays JJ, I thought he was very cute. So I watched it again. And I think part of it is just, I don't know. I'm a very dramatic person. I like to like be kept on my toes with shows. Like I like when it's like suspenseful and stuff. So I kind of liked that part of it. And just, I thought all the actors did amazing jobs, like portraying their characters. And it was just, I feel like it's just one of those shows where you're just like, you can put on and then it's just like all this stuff starts happening and action's just like everywhere. And it's like, oh, like that's totally not like what happens in real life, but I'm still intrigued and I want to know what happens next. And then I watched it with my family. My dad was obsessed with it. He loved watching John B do stupid stuff. And I totally recommend it to you. Totally do.
Okay. I'll watch it this summer. Okay. I'll binge it.
Glad we convinced you. No, I like being on my toes, like also in like I watch and Keeping Up with the Kardashians, so it's drama, which I love. But like 4 times, like you know what's coming, so that kind of defeats the purpose of the show.
Well, in my opinion, the actors were very cute, and I could just sit and watch them. But like you said, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I know that's ending. Which I don't know. I never watched the show. People have told me I should watch it, but I'm not a very big Kardashians fan.
No, I recently started watching it because I was like, I need something to watch. Like, I love drama, very drama filled, but I'm only in season 5, so I'm not like fully like I haven't developed all the way. But they're like ending the show after I think it's their 20th season, and they're like finishing it off, which is kind of crazy. Keep going.
No, I watched it like whenever it's on, sometimes on E. I just watch it. And honestly, I mean, it is pretty good. It's a good reality show like that, and The Bachelor I'm obsessed with. I love that show. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that it's ending because it is entertaining. You can't deny that. But yeah, it is kind of sad that it's ending after 20 years, but I think they might be doing sort of a spin-off show with one of the Kardashians on another.
I feel bad for like Kylie and Kendall because like they didn't have too much like camera time on the show, and now like the show's over and all of the other sisters have like kids and they're just like still young and like haven't peaked yet. Well, Kylie has. She's a billionaire, but whatever.
No, I'm going to go. Zell, you said The Bachelor. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I would not recommend it to like anyone if they just don't like soapy and like it's so, this is how I explain it. It's so bad that it's good. Like, it's just like some of the stuff you're just like, you're so mad at the people who are the Bachelor or the Bachelorette because they make stupid choices, but it's just so good. But I honestly think that it's on its way to ending as well as with the Kardashians. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they do have The Bachelorette and like Bachelor in Paradise though. So they have like little spin-offs of that. And I just think classic Bachelor, like the original show in general, is just really good because it's a bunch of girls fighting over one guy, and like with the Bachelorette, it's a bunch of dudes fighting over one girl. They're just like punching each other and whatever. And you're like, okay. But The Bachelor it's so entertaining seeing these girls catfight and like arguments and all of that for some reason, even though it seems so fake with all their group dates and the rose ceremony and all of that. It's just so entertaining though. You can't deny that.
I agree. Tina, do you watch it?
No, but it's on my watch list.
I honestly think, Tina, if you were going to be on a reality TV show, this would be the reality TV show you'd be on.
Yeah, I would love it. Like, I would love being on the whichever one the girl, like all the guys fighting over the
The Bachelorette, I could see Okay, everyone. So in 2024, Tina's going to be the Bachelorette. Sorry to tell
I'm
you,
the next
but
running up candidate.
that's sorry to spill. We made a deal with Bachelor Nation that we wouldn't tell anyone, but it's out.
Also, kind of speaking, like, it might be, like, good, though. Like, we know I'm a drama queen, but also, like, I kind of want to go into, like, movies, but, like, I don't want to be an actress. So, you know, I'll have that experience with, like, sets and everything. So, who knows? We'll see.
I kind of want to bring it back into the TikTok realm as we are getting into summer of 2021. I think 2019 was the best TikTok, right? Is that what everyone's like? Okay. And then 2020, you had like the Outer Banks and everything. So what are you guys looking for in 2021? Like what trends do you hope like catch on, and what trends do you guys hope go out the door?
Okay, what's some trends I really like? I really like, this is like so funny, but it'll be like the one where they like walk and it's like two people walking and they walk like this and they're like
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know. Oh, yeah. What about you, Zoe?
Honestly, my For You page is a bunch of funny TikToks. It's honestly just random stuff. But I mean, I like TikToks where like it's like people having a glow up and whatever. Those never get old. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. I love those a lot. I just get random things on my For You page, but I don't really like any of the dancing trends. I've never really liked them at all. So if they come and go, I really don't care about those.
The trends I like now are the graduation videos, like people making like, I don't know if you've seen, but they like make me like so sad because I'm like, that's gonna be me one day. But there's some people who have been recording their like whole senior year, and they'll like start at the beginning and then do like the main events, and then the last clip is like them with their tassel. And I'm just, I love it so much, but it's only like, what is it, 2 years away, and I'm like,
yeah, it's closer to us than like starting high school is, which is really scary.
So sad. Like,
but
I don't want this to be emotional. I'm not gonna no. But
no, we haven't even applied to colleges yet, and it's like crazy because aren't we doing that next year? And then like,
but you're like college touring this summer.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to New York, and I'm gonna just like tour around the campus because I don't think they're giving out physical tours right now. I think they're still doing virtual. But I mean, it's crazy that we're like applying to colleges like pretty soon.
Oh
and you know, and there's like even some kids that are like our high school that like don't even know what they want to do when they're older, and it's crazy how they just have to apply right now.
It's so weird that our last full year of high school was when we were 14.
Oh my gosh. It's weird that we didn't even get to have a full freshman year. We didn't even
have a full sophomore year, and now we're going into junior year.
Yeah, it's like we went in, what is it? We went in 14, right? And now we're like coming out like 17, like I don't know, or 16. It's so weird. Weird. Yeah. I do want to go along just because the college talk, because you kind of brought it up. So you're touring NYU, am I right?
Mm-hmm. NYU and New York Film Academy. They have a location there. And in LA, but I'm going to visit the New York location. I just want to go to a film school, you know? Yeah. I've always wanted to be in the industry, I guess.
I think a fun little way to kind of wrap up this would all to be kind of going through what we hope our future looks like. And Tina, I know that you are not as prepared as maybe Zell and I, but
you need to call me out.
Yeah. Just kind of a basic, because you did bring up that you wanted to be kind of a director too. So let's elaborate on this. What does Tina after high school look like?
Okay, after high school, I want to go to college. Like East Coast, I don't want to be in Illinois. Like no. But East Coast, like Penn State, New York, like Princeton. Princeton's kind of high, but like, you know, there. But like after college, I want to travel. And like for like a few years, you know, and like I'm trying to figure out like ways to like get paid because I'm gonna travel and I'm not gonna have any more money. But I keep seeing TikToks where like I'm a travel nanny, I'm a travel this, and I'm like, like that would be perfect. And then I don't really know what I'm going to do when I come back, but somewhere along the lines, I want to like produce like music videos and edit them. I really like editing, so like kind of more in that side. But like later, I want to have like my own talk show, like a Jimmy Fallon, like, hey guys, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's for me.
I don't know if I would let my future kids watch that talk show, but I definitely would be your number one fan.
Yay!
And then, Zell, you said you want to go into film. Is there a specific like area that you are like interested in with filming, or just like filming anything?
Yeah, I thought about directing for a long time, but this year, I mean, after being in class, you know, and writing reviews for stuff in the entertainment industry, but also in like my literature class, like I just like writing, I guess, in general, and more like creative writing. I love too. So, and you know, I've even jotted down like movie ideas I've had. So I'm thinking more screenwriting right now, but I wouldn't mind doing directing or some producing of other films in the future. But I guess screenwriting is what I'll stick to for now.
Now, I don't, because you might become some big time screenwriter, but is there a movie idea that you have that is not like embarrassing that you would like to share with us for the future?
Embarrassing? I don't know. I like romance dramas, so any one of those, or dystopian kind of sci-fi movies. I like ones like that. So probably in that range, or you know, couldn't go wrong with a little like Clueless or Mean Girls kind of movie. I wouldn't mind making those. Those are the best. Those are amazing.
I got it, guys. Zell will write the movie. Tina will direct the movie. There we go, guys.
Makayla, will you be starring in the movie?
Oh, of course. I mean, no. I don't know if acting is very much the route that I want to head down. I'm more into what kind of we're doing right now with broadcasting. I think Hatfield has deepened my love for this area. So I hope one day my dream would either be to be on the radio and meet a lot of celebrities and then just give you guys tickets to their shows. And I'll just be like, I'll meet Ariana Grande one day and I'll be like, hey, like, now I'm not a really big fan, but I heard you're coming to town. Like, do you want to give me like 2 tickets? And then I'll like go with you guys, or 3 tickets, and then we'll just all go. And then I'll basically lie to celebrities.
Take me. I love her so much. Okay, I have like all of her perfumes and everything. I'm sure it's everything.
No,
Poster
so
right there.
I will like lie to celebrities. I'll be like, I'm not the biggest fan, but I heard you're in like town. Like, you just give me like 3 tickets, and then we can just all go. There we go.
It's gonna be weird. By the time we're like 25, like Ariana Grande is gonna be like 40, like 40, like, you know. Do you think they're gonna like settle down? What celebrities do you think like are never gonna have kids?
Never gonna have kids?
Yeah.
I don't. All I know is that Ariana's still gonna be gorgeous when she's like 40.
Yeah.
No, period.
I don't know. Never have kids. I don't know. I thought all of
or like maybe have kids at like 55, like really, really late.
I don't know.
I mean, it's crazy because Zayn just had a baby.
Just had his baby.
I know, and Liam from One Direction also does.
I didn't know he was. This is whoever. Who is he married to?
Zayn?
His girlfriend Elizabeth.
No, Liam.
Oh, her. I think I don't think they're married yet. I think he's engaged. Her name's Maya Henry. She used to be like, which is a funny story. She used to be like the number one like fan of One Direction when they were, and then she went to a concert and got to meet them, and then they like connected, and that's how their relationship began. And I think that's like crazy.
Wait, I don't think it's Liam who had a baby. I think it's Louis who has a baby with Elizabeth. Isn't that who he's with?
Weird.
I know 3 of them have kids.
I don't know. It's crazy because it's like the One Direction dudes are like having kids. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
I hope Harry never has kids.
No,
like not never.
His kids will be beautiful.
His kids will be gorgeous, but I hope he doesn't settle down anytime soon. So when I turn 18, I can go after him.
No, it's so sad though to watch like celebrities that you've just been in love with your whole life like settle down and start families of their own, because it's just like I'll never be with them anymore. Unless something happens to their wife, but I'll never be with them anymore.
And not for another year, because like I don't know, we're still children, like 15, 16. Harry's like 25.
Don't lose hope, kids. That's the moral of today's episode. We just end it right there. Don't lose hope. Even if you're 2 years underage, don't lose hope.
Makayla, you were the only one who hasn't shared yet what your future looks like after high school. So
hopefully I'm not in jail. I'm not saying I'm gonna be.
Why would you be in jail?
No, I'm scandalous. No, I'm kidding, everyone.
Whoa, Makayla. Calm
If
down,
you
man.
guys know me, if I bet these two can even, I am like probably the only or like on the list of people that will probably never end up in jail. I hope. I really am stuck on having my goal be journalism and heading down that route. So if you guys become famous, maybe I'll be your first interview, of course. If you guys get anyone to interview except me, I will sue. I will sue you. No, I hope that journalism is just what I'm destined to be, like that's what I was supposed to be put on this earth for. And I hope that I can attend college at Baylor University. Sick 'em Bears. I am like obsessed with Texas because everything's bigger in Texas. And I just am a geek for Texas. I don't know why. I've never been to Texas, but I just think people have told me that they can totally see me in Texas. So I think Texas is just where I'm going to head, and then journalism, and then bam, I'll be famous. I'll be Makayla Furrey's face everywhere. And you guys will be like, ew. No.
We've all like just at some point in our lives have like always wanted to like be in the creative arts industry. Like I've always, whether or not it was like acting or like one point I was like, oh my God, I would love to be in Broadway. But I was like, I could never be like, like I can't be that, but it'd be cool to be in like the same atmosphere, to be like in New York and like, in the film industry and stuff. And there's so much opportunity there. That's probably why I love it so much, and why I want to go to college there. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah. I've always had like a creative aspect towards like I was like 8 in newspaper club at school, even though it didn't go anywhere.
Oh. I would have read your newspapers.
I wish I had them, but they didn't tell us how to transfer over our docs when we graduated, so I lost everything from kindergarten to 8th grade.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I feel like though throughout life, like everyone kind of like the ideal goal to reach is just to be like famous or have like a platform, which probably sounds really bad because we're all just like chasing the bag. But I honestly feel like for some people, it's like my goal, if I was ever to become famous, like I wouldn't want to be like how some, like I think I love how some of the celebrities react with paparazzi, like them posing and doing like funny stuff. And I feel like it must be so hard to control that life. And it's probably, I don't want to get like super famous, but just like having cameras follow me around and capturing my good side, I feel like would be just like so much fun and just, I don't know. It'd be fun.
I'd rather be the famous, like, where everyone knows me, but I'm not, like, getting trampled by paparazzi,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
Yeah.
oh, she produced this and that and that and that, but not like, oh my God, there's Tina, like, let's go attack her.
Yeah,
Let's steal her shoe. Sorry.
No, it's definitely more like actors and singers that get like swarmed with paparazzi. So I would never want to be like, as famous as them. But like screenwriting, I would like to do it not for the fame, but just like the fact of like storytelling. Like I think we all love that, in general, and just creating stories and fiction stuff like that. I just think it's so cool in general, and it's like something I love and aspire to do. Not for the fame, but just for it's fun. I like it. I think I'd be good at it. Stuff like that.
I think I would be okay being like famous, but I would not handle all that. Like, I love attention, don't get me wrong, but not too much,
I don't know. Ever since my mom will even tell me, and there's some videos to prove it. Ever since I like learned what a phone was, I was holding it up, recording, vlogging my life, and singing songs to my non-existent audience. And even when I got to an age where I got smart, I would post those videos on my mom's YouTube channel without her knowing. And it's a big surprise when she found out. But no, I think if you're not doing something you love, like what's the point of doing it? And so chase your dreams. And if you're going to give everything 100%, the world is definitely going to reward you and you're going to accomplish everything.
On that note, I think it's time to wrap it up unless there's anything else anybody would like to say.
I think we're good. You got it, Tina.
Okay, well, thank you guys for tuning in on today's episode of Too Much Information. We both would like to say a huge thank you to Zell for joining us today, and we loved having you, and you're welcome back anytime. And with that being said, bye guys!
Bye guys!